So I'm going through the text. So just like if you go to the page number 85, at the last paragraph, page number 85, right? There are two conceptual that first we make into the direct and conceptual, right? The subsequent divide. So the conceptual also have two types. Conceptual subsequent cognizer, those induced by the direct perceptions and those induced by the inference. Okay, you got this too. So just like yeah. So just like direct, if you see a table right now, right, and if you go later, memory, they are conceptual, right? They are subsequent. So they are coming like that. It's come induced from direct perceptions. Kind of like memories of kind of like it's talking about where here. Talking about mostly the thought, right? So just like if you go later, oh, I saw that table, that is thought, right? So talking about that one. So they are induced from direct perceptions, right? And second is like induced from inferential cognition, right? So just like when you see the any kinds of by reasoning, then you memory again thought, right? That are also just like I know we are using this. There's a fire. Because of smoke. There's a fire. We're proving like that. So this come into being just like if you remember. There's a thought. The thought remembering, right? So it's come from where inferential, right? So these two times of that one. So just like if I consciousness bring thought is directly. So so smash smash is noted. So just like if I drop something, there's no possible to other sound. The only thing is pot. Like if I drop this pot, make it sound. If there's something this is not other than that, no possible to make sound. Then if it's like, oh, this is what? Probably the pot. It should be the pot. Then you have inferential, right? So I told you, right? There's only one chance. First, I reject all the other objects. Otherwise, it can be anything, right? If you fall something, or you think that that might fall something, you never think that this is pot, right? So just like if only one thing is possible to fall down is the pot. If it fall down, then you think that this is the pot. It fall down. So so this is a smoke. The thing is, this is smoke or not? It might look like, right? Look like smoke. It's not a smoke, right? I'm giving the smoke. The reason is giving smoke. Yeah. First, do you remember the three modes? Three modes, remember, right? The what? The quality of the subject, any kind of, right? Remember, the product is a quality of subject sound, like so the smoke on the mountain. It means that the mountain there's a fire because of the smoke, right? So you have to know that there's a smoke. First, you have to know there is the smoke or not. First, you have to understand the reason properly. Then it should be the if it should be the quality of the subject, like there 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 is or he's any kind of like impermanent. Talking about the three modes, do you remember? Oh, I didn't bring the notes. Yeah, So if it is inferential cognition, which is coming from the three modes, then the reason is should be the smoke, right? So the three modes should be follow you. You have to understand the there's a smoke is there. First thing is that if you doubt, then you cannot say this is smoke, right? So you use a chemical, right? How you can say there is smoke if you are not sure? There's always doubt. So there's always doubt, right? So that if you got the inferential cognitions from the reason, then you should know that that is smoke. Otherwise, you cannot have inferential cognition. That is also assuming you are. That is you are assuming, right? This is not. Yeah, you are assuming yourself is correctly. Right? It's not a correct, right? You are assuming yourself correct. Yeah, you have to know that properly. This is smoke properly. It's a walk. Whatever. Got it now. The thing is, uh, just like whether you will have a proper inferential cognition, you have to deal with if you are using the reason, you have to follow the three modes. You remember three modes: the subject, the quality of the subject, any kinds of just like subject. What we say, the chimney, or you can talk about the mountain. It is on the mountain in the mountain. It followed that there's a fire because there's a smoke. That's right. So that smoke is there. You have to understand that the smoke is there on the mountain. Yeah, now you are using this one. I'm using the subject. I'm using the proper way. It's like I say, it did the subject mountain. It's followed that there's a fire because there's a smoke. This is the reason, right? So first you have to know that the smoke is there on the mountain. You have to make this is the sure smoke, right? Then you have to understand if it is smoke, there should be fire before. You should understand that one. Then also, if there's no fire, there's no possibility to have smoke. You have to understand that one. Then you will have inferential cognitions, understanding that one. Then understanding the thesis or the propendum. What mountain have a fire? The mountain have a fire. So you need to have three modes, right? So three modes means then you should know that the kind of that it show it be a smoke. If you are still doubt, you cannot say that it's smoke. Then it cannot be possible to have an infringer. What do you say? Yeah. No, it's a charging segment. A substance which is fire and heat. Cha segment. What do you say? Yo, it's scientific analysis. How you can say fire then? Smoke? How? Smoke. Fire can be small or big, right? To make smoke, you have to have you can put a small fire. Fire don't need to be very big, right? Yeah, very big, very small fire. You're gonna make a big smoke, right? So before the combustion of smoke, it's already fire is already gone. So I will give you. So the chemical smoke, chemical reactions. Now we have to know this is really smoke or not. We can give a name to anywhere, right? We can give name to anywhere. So what is the fire? The definition of fire? That which is hot and burning is called fire. Sun is fire. Sun is fire. Sunburn is sunburn. If you talk about the side, yeah, that is fire. That is fire. That is fire. What do you say? Why are we doing this again? Right now, this topic where she asked questions, so that's where I come from. She talked about the duplicate smoke. So now the real smoke and duplicate smoke. Whatever. What- What do you say? Yeah, yeah. You are capable to have enlightenment. Not real soon. If you're not getting real enlightenment, you're not possible to have. Uh, you should be have doubt. Yeah. Right now we are talking about our mind, how to how our minds work, how we have to differentiate between the real, y- yeah, real you are real you are understanding, or you are just like some sort of what correct assuming. Yeah, many things like many kinds of consciousness. What is it? Yeah, valid cognition then fire. Yeah, chemical reaction and not chemicals. One, yeah, and during the path of seeing all of these things, you can see all the things are mirage during the path of, yeah, yeah, practicing. No, not path of seeing and see, and only just like during the, if you bring into come into being from the enter into the path, just like path of accumulations or whatever. If you do practice of emptiness, if you realize emptiness by inferential cognitions, through that one you can feel like things are mirage, not really exist, because you understand. You cannot say everything is like a mirage. You cannot say everything is mirage. Mirage like, yeah, dream like. You cannot say mirage. You should say dream like. Everything is cannot be met. Table is not a mirage. Yeah, everything is, yeah, projection, but we cannot say everything is mirage. Like you can say like mirage, mirage like, whatever. Dream like. Normally we give the example is dream like. Yeah. Then could then there is not a smoke. The reason is not a smoke. So just if you use a chemical, then the reason is not a smoke. so so Larry, I told you right. Three modes necessary to go to have a inferential understanding, inferential cognizance. If you have three modes, then should like the whatever you see, that is should be a smoke. So if you have a stream what steam how to say the hot spring, what they call steam, or that, or chemical, they are not smoke, right? They are not smoke, right? Yeah, 72. 72 where? Yeah, inverse composition consuming which mind to be sign. Yeah, three correct opinion and ground establish sound and empowerment. So so whatever, just like three modes are like the whatever we are talking, it should be a quality of the subject, right? So if we're dealing with the mountain, then the smoke should be on the mountain or something like that. Then you have reverse and forward. Reverse, like if there's a smoke, there should be a fire. This is reverse. And smoke is like if there's no fire, there's no possible to have smoke. That is forward. This should be there three. So that just like if you go to, yeah, forward provision and reverse provision and forward provisions, right? It should be like that. These three should be there. So I might tell wrong. So forward is like if there's a smoke, there should be fire. Reverse, like if there's no fire, no possible to have smoke, right? This mode should be. So whether you put a small fire or whether you put a big fire, whatever, if them before making smoke, there should be a fire. Whether it's big or small, it's no matter. There should be a fire. That's the point. You got it? So now we we went through this one, page 85. Then if you go for the just wait. So page number 85 again. So giving the illusions, right? The illustrations of the conceptual subsequent cognizance induced by direct perception is the consciousness asserting a blue which is produced subsequent to the direct perceiver apprehending blue, right? So do you got it? What is meant by that? So as remember, right? The thought, talking about the thought. So like eye consciousness apprehending a blue color now. In later you have remember, oh, I saw the blue. Thought, memory, that kind of thing are subsequent. Okay. Then second is that an illustrations of conceptual subsequent cognizance induced by inference is the second moment of inferential cognition that realizes sounds be impermanent, right? So just like if we practice or whatever we do see, we have, if you have understand realize the thesis properly, then you will have inferential cognitions. Inferential cognition can be 5 momentary, 10 momentary, whatever. The first momentary is valid, later the continuations are subsequent. Okay, you got it? That's one. Now talking about the page number 86, in the middle there's a short paragraph, right? Sorry, it's again repeating something like that. So now again comes with that dharma. So from these words, all of this debate are here. All of this debate, they all explain about the debate and so on, right? So they talk about this like Dharmatharas. They says that the first moment of direct perceiver or of an inferential cognition are the prime cognizer, right? And but later moments which is do not different in establishment and binding and are the continuation of them have what for second being a prime cognizers sameness in the establishments of and binding on this occasion is said to be referred to the sameness of effect. So just like talking about the second momentary of the direct perceiver or the inferential is that should be what subsequent cognitions, and the first moment is valid cognition or valid or the prime cognition, right? So now here dealings with the talking about the debate coming about what about the omniscient, mostly talking about the omniscient, right? Omniscient is the direct perceiver, talking about the what is his second momentary, right? Yeah, his direct perceiver second is the second momentary of omniscient is inferential or the valid, talking about that one. So as we before we Kishila talk about just like if something we have to need to eliminate, right, by how to say super dispositions, right? If you understand and realize the things by eliminating a super disposition, then this should be a prime, and that continuation is subsequent. Kishila talk about that one. So what now he's talking about here, talking about the what about the prime cognition, omniscient consciousness. So what about the omniscient consciousness from the first to second moment and so on? There's a no in the second moment. There's a no kind of thing like eliminating something, right? There's no super disposition to eliminate. Then how you talk about the second momentary of consciousness, omniscient consciousness? Is it a valid or is it a subsequent cognitions? Talking about that one. So in the because yeah. Direct perception can be valid or prime. Valid and prime are same. Direct divided into two. Subsequent on the prime. Okay. So just like till now we've been two consciousness, right? One is like direct perceiver and second is inferential cognitions. Both of these have valid and subsequent, right? Right now we talk about the three consciousness only. These all three consciousness realize the object. Later we come with the 4. They didn't realize the object. Realizing the object, what he is seeing. Just like correctly assuming. He's not realize the object. Just like if I say sound is permanent, impermanent. He's correctly assuming, but he's not directly getting that. Yeah, perceive. Okay, that way. So the two uh, direct and inferential have both valid and the subsequent cognitions. Okay, you got it. So now that against with the dealings with that debate, right? It's come like Kidubje talk about the whatever the what omniscient consciousness should be are valid cognitions, right? You remember the page number 87. If you look about the Kidub, right? Clearing awareness darkness of the minds with respect to the 7 truths, right? In the middle, can find it. So they talk about, yeah. So they talk about all the whatever in omniscient consciousness is necessary to be a prime cognition, right? Or the prime or valid cognitions. There's a 2, no? Just with, I do not feel that whatever is omniscient consciousness is not necessarily prime cognition, or whatever is prime cognition is not necessarily a new realizer. In other words, an omniscient consciousness is necessary prime. Look, an omniscient consciousness is necessary prime cognizer, right? Prime. You got it? Yeah, I'm saying that one, not the dealing with the first one. And omniscient consciousness necessarily be a valid or a prime cognition. You have to read all the, then you will otherwise reading fast is okay. So dealing with the debate, so it shows all the things, right? So the thing is now debate come, right? What omniscient consciousness, all are valid cognitions, talking about that one. So what about the second momentary and so on? Now debate coming. So how he define over here, they give about what is the difference between valid and the subsequent, right? Remember on the top of that one, page number 87, in one sense, right? You see the top, in one sense, because objects are new in each moment of the consciousness could be said to be realized a newly object. But this is not. However, this is not the meaning of the new, right? Which serve as the basic of distinguished prime and subsequent cognition, right? The first moment of consciousness engaged in the object by its own power, whereas subsequent moment realize the object by merely focusing on former cognitions, right? So all the what omniscient consciousness engage in the object by its own nature, by its own, no need to deal with previous consciousness and so on. You got it? What is it mean by you got it? That what is it? So now you got it. That's good. Yeah, just like, yeah, that's right. So now actually this debate also come down. Now later it's also again debate for that one. There's a lot of debate for that one. So this is the Not like this is the mind game. You have to think your mind. That is called analytical meditations. Analytical meditation doesn't need to be stay on somewhere. Even with debate is called analytical meditations. Yeah, yeah. So right now we are analyzing, right? We are rejecting this point, then this point. Now analyzing which is your. Now you have to prove, right? How you say prime, how you say subsequent, how you say valid or the subsequent, right? So if someone said this, someone said that. Now you have to prove. Like the Lati Rinpoche talk about the by its own understand, realize the object by its own power is called prime, and the continuation are called subsequent, right? Talk about that one. Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of things we have to see again more. Now talking about, so just like you have meditation equipoise, you have a time of meditation, right? On the first moment, you talk about the prime, and the continuation is what? Subsequent. You have pause meditations, break, right? After again you meditate. On that moment, what is the first moment of that is valid or prime, subsequent? You have to know what is that. Right now, if you do meditation for one, so you have valid. First moment is valid. Then you do it for 10, 10 minutes. So you have 1 minute is valid, other 9 minutes are subsequent. Then you have pause meditations, break, right? You have lots of concentration. Again, you start to do after 5 minutes. The first moment, again you want to do for 10 minutes. The first moment, first minute, is it prime or subsequent? You talk about the prime cognition. This is prime cognition again. Talking about here. So now think you have to think. Yeah, you. I didn't get it. So if you go to the page number 89, you will find out the debate. So talking about this is if you go to the middle, there's a paragraph, right? Yeah, there's a much debate as to whatever. Well, sorry, what I forget. Sorry, what as to whether if one get up from one meditative season, that's right, and session, sorry, and sometime later return to meditative sessions, meditations on the same topic. The first moment of direct perception is again a prime cognizer, or still a subsequent one. Now it's a debate dealing with that one. He's making statement. His view is here. No, no, my own thought, my own thought is there. If you go through that one, you will find out. From my thought, I'm not sure. Ah, I'm discussing with you. I'm showing the books. This is here. If as based on him, I'm saying prime. First moment is prime. Again, removing dispositions. Yeah, yeah. New. Just that you are again thinking more, right? Yeah. So now talking about the uh, don't think. Okay. One thing is you remember the meditative ego base. Huh? To achieve enlightenment, you don't need to you don't need to know everything. You will know everything when you get enlightenment. For now, you said you have to know something. One thing, if you want to tell to someone, you have to know by yourself, right? So just like one one thing is uh Buddhist. I'm is there shortcut? No, if you have shortcut, you can go down. There's a shortcut you can go down. The best short. So one thing, one thing. The so we are the Bodhicitta, the one who practice the Bodhicitta, right? Bodhisattva. They actually they need to understand the path of lower school. Even though if without practicing they can get enlightenment, but they have to understand properly. Do you know why? They are doing for the sake of other sentient beings. So if you get only enlightenment, if you think of other sentient beings, there's no possible to have enlightenment without that mind. So then without bodhicitta, you are not possible to have enlightenment. Yeah. So they only get in nirvana, self liberations. No, this is the truth. Just like so whole debate you can read, you will be understand. I think. How you know? No, how you know? They can be human beings, right? In future, they have ability, right? Current life, current life, yeah. Human can ability only. So we have to all the sentient being, even the insect have ability to get enlightenment means their mind is clear. Their mind is clear and awareness. This means like a clean sky, right? So one thing is if you have coal, coal the black one, coal, right? How much you put effort, it cannot be become white, right? Without painting, right? Element or whatever. Just like if our mind is like that with affliction, ah, with what? Without with chemical and so on. I don't know. That might be. But thing is, the white that black cannot be turned into white. Yeah, even if you wash and so on. So like if the our mind is like afflictions with the affliction so on, then our whatever you do, still mind is nature and afflictions. Yeah, it cannot be clean. So we talk about ability. Mind is clean and awareness. There's possible to remove your afflictions. If remove your source of suffering. Yeah, that's the good news. You have Buddha nature. So even the insect have Buddha nature. So that's why they have a mind. We're talking about they have a mind. Mind is nature of clear and awareness. So there's no difference between his mind and Buddha mind. Only thing is what? One is afflicted, one is overcome from affliction. Otherwise, mind itself is clean. There's no difference between these two. Next week comes with the correctly assuming page number 92. Yeah. Thank you being over here. Yeah. Correctly assuming consciousness. You got it. Thank you. Yeah. Now did you get? Really? I don't know.